Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. I am Emma, and with me today, as always, is...
Hey everyone, I am Alex. It is so good to be here with you again.
Alex. Today, we have a very practical topic, something every single person needs to know about. We are going to talk about money.
Money! Oh yes, we all use money every day, right? This is a big one.
It is, but first, everyone, I have a challenge for you. Listen very carefully to our conversation today. Alex is going to make 5 mistakes, 5 common English mistakes. Your job is to find them all. Can you do it?
Oh no, 5? I always try my best, but you know how it goes with me.
That is exactly why we love you, Alex. So, listeners, here is how the game works. Count every mistake you hear. At the end of this video, we will review all 5 together, and then you get your rank. 1 mistake found, you're a beginner. 2 or 3, intermediate learner. 4, advanced learner. And if you find all 5, you are an English pro.
Okay, let's do this. I am ready to talk about money.
Let's go.
Okay, Alex, let's start with the basics. We all use money every single day. Tell me, what do you spend money on?
Oh, so many things. I buy food, I buy a bus ticket in the morning, and of course, I buy coffee. I spend money for coffee every single day, actually. I really love my morning coffee.
A true coffee lover. Yes, when you give money to get something, that is called spending. You spend money. Now, Alex, there are 2 very important words when we talk about money: needs and wants. Do you know the difference?
Needs and wants. I think I do, but tell me.
A need is something you must have to live. It is essential. You cannot survive without it. Like food. You need food. You need water. You need a home to live in. These are all needs.
Right, I need food every day. Without food, I cannot live. So food is a need. That makes sense.
Perfect. Now, a want is something you would like to have. It is nice, but you do not need it to survive.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. A new video game is a want. A very expensive jacket is a want. Your old jacket keeps you warm. It works fine. You do not need a new fancy one to survive.
Ah, I see. So my old jacket is fine. A new expensive jacket is just a want. It is nice, but not necessary for life.
Exactly. Or think about your coffee. 1 simple coffee in the morning, that is a small daily habit. But 5 expensive coffees from a fancy cafe every single day, that is definitely a want.
Okay, you have a point. 5 coffees is a lot. I understand the difference now.
Good. Understanding needs and wants is the very first step to managing your money well. Now let's talk about prices. When you go shopping, you see prices on everything. The price is how much something costs.
Right, like a bottle of water costs $1. That is the price.
Yes, and when you are in a store, you often need to ask about the price. A very useful question is, how much does this cost?
Oh, I use that question all the time. Like last week, I saw a really nice bag in the store. I asked the person how much it cost, and they said $15.
$15 for a bag? Not bad. And then what did you do? Did you think about needs and wants?
My old bag is still fine, so the new bag is a want. I did not buy it.
Smart choice, Alex. You are already thinking about money like a pro.
Thank you, Emma. I am learning.
Now, one more useful word: change. When you pay for something and you give more money than the price, you get money back. That money back is called change.
Oh, like when I buy a sandwich for $7 and I give $10, I get $3 back. That $3 is my change.
Exactly. And those small coins you get as change, keep them. Do not throw them away. They can add up over time.
Good tip. I usually just put coins in my pocket and forget about them. Maybe I should start collecting them.
You should. We'll talk about a fun way to use them later. But first, let's move to something very helpful, a budget.
A budget. I hear this word everywhere. It sounds complicated and a little bit scary, to be honest.
It sounds that way, but it is actually very simple. A budget is just a plan for your money. It helps you see two things, money in and money out.
Money in and money out. What is money in?
Money in is all the money you receive. For most people, this is their salary from their job.
Okay, so the money I get from my work every month is my money in. Got it.
Yes, and money out is all the money you spend. Your food, your coffee, your rent, your bus tickets, your phone bill. All of that is money out.
I see. So a budget shows me both sides, what comes in and what goes out, like a picture of my money life.
Exactly. And you do not need a computer or a special app to start, just a notebook and a pen.
A notebook? That is easy. Anyone can do that.
Exactly. Make 2 columns on a page. On the left side, write money in. On the right side, write money out. Under money in, write your salary. Under money out, write everything you spend for one whole month.
Everything? Really? Even a small chocolate bar?
Yes, everything, even the chocolate bar. The small things add up, Alex. That daily coffee, that afternoon snack, write it all down.
Wow, I think I will be very surprised when I see where my money actually goes.
Many people are surprised. A budget is like a map. It shows you where your money is going. It does not tell you what to do, it just gives you clear information.
A map for my money. I love that. It feels much less scary when you say it like that.
Good. Now, after you have your budget, you can see your needs and your wants clearly. And that brings us to the fun part, saving money.
Saving. Yes, this is the part I really want to hear about. How do I save money?
Look at your wants list in your budget. Maybe you can spend less on some of those wants. Small changes can make a big difference.
Like my daily coffee?
Exactly. Instead of buying coffee at a cafe every day, you can make coffee at home on some days. It's much cheaper.
That is a good idea. I need to buy a coffee maker first, though. But after that, I can save money every day.
A small investment now, a big saving later. And here's another great tip. Cooking at home. Eating at restaurants or ordering takeout can be very expensive.
That is so true. Sometimes after work, I'm very tired. I just order dinner, but it costs so much money every time.
If you cook at home, you save a lot. And here's a trick. Cook extra food and keep it for lunch the next day.
Cook once, eat twice. That is brilliant. I save money and I save time.
And one more tip. Before you go to the supermarket, always make a shopping list.
A shopping list. Why is that important?
When you have a list, you know exactly what you need. Milk, bread, eggs. You go to the store, you buy only the things on your list, and you leave.
So I don't buy that big bag of cookies that I always see near the exit.
Exactly. The supermarket is full of wants. Everywhere you look, there's something you want but don't need. A list helps you stay focused and spend less.
A list is a plan for my shopping. A budget is a plan for my money. Everything is about planning.
You're getting it, Alex. Now, here's something that makes saving money even more fun. A saving goal.
A saving goal? What do you mean?
A goal is something you want to achieve in the future. A saving goal is a specific reason to save money. So, tell me, what do you want to save for?
I would really love a new bicycle. My old one is very, very old. It makes strange noises.
A new bicycle. That's a perfect saving goal. So now when you're at a cafe, you can think, do I buy this expensive cake or do I save this money for my new bicycle?
Oh, that is so powerful. The cake is nice right now, but the bicycle is a much bigger dream.
Exactly. Your goal makes the choice easier. You're not just saying no to the cake, you're saying yes to the bicycle. It feels positive, not negative.
I love that idea. It's not about losing something now, it's about getting something much better later.
And you can make your goal visual. Put a picture of the bicycle you want on your wall or on your desk. Look at it every day. It will remind you why you are saving.
That is amazing! A picture of my dream bicycle right on my desk?
Now, where do you put the money you save? A great option is to open a savings account, a separate bank account just for saving.
So I have one account for spending and one account for saving. That way I do not spend my savings by accident.
Correct. And here's a fun, old-fashioned way to save small amounts, a piggy bank.
A piggy bank? Like the little pink pig for children?
Yes, but it works for adults too. Every day, take the coins from your pocket and put them in the piggy bank, or use a big glass jar. You can call it your bicycle jar.
My bicycle jar! I love it! But Emma, is it really worth it? It is only a few small coins each day.
You will be so surprised. You do not really miss the coins day by day, but after a few months, when you open the jar, there will be a lot of money inside. It's like finding hidden treasure.
Treasure! Okay, I am getting a big jar tonight. My bicycle jar starts today.
I love your energy, Alex. You know, my friend Sarah is also saving money right now. She have a good job and she earns good money, but she still makes a budget every single month. She says it helps her feel calm and in control.
That is really smart. Even people with good jobs need a plan for their money. Honestly, I don't have some money for a bicycle right now, but with a budget, a goal, and my bicycle jar, I can do it step by step.
Exactly, step by step. Small changes lead to big results. Okay, everyone, let's do a quick review of our tips before we get to the big moment.
The mistake review, here it comes.
But first, our summary. Step 1, understand the difference between needs and wants.
Needs are what you must have. Wants are nice extras.
Step 2, make a simple budget with a notebook. 2 columns, money in and money out.
See where your money really goes.
Step 3, find small ways to save. Make coffee at home, cook your meals, use a shopping list.
Small changes, big results.
Step 4, have a saving goal, something exciting to work toward.
My new bicycle.
And step 5, use a piggy bank or a jar for your coins.
My bicycle jar.
Perfect, you remembered everything. And now, it is time.
Oh no!
All right, everyone, let's go through all 5 mistakes one by one. How many did you catch? Here we go. Mistake number 1. At the very beginning, Alex said, I spend money for coffee every single day. Listeners, did you catch that? Was that correct? Think about it for a moment. The answer is no. We do not say spend money for. The correct preposition is on. I spend money on coffee. Here is the rule. In English, we always say spend money on something. I spend money on food. She spends money on clothes. They spend money on rent. Always on, never for. So remember, I spend money on coffee. If you caught this mistake, you have 1 point.
Spend money on coffee, not for coffee. That little word changes everything.
It does. Mistake number 2. When Alex talked about a bag in a store, he asked how much it costs. Listeners, did you hear the problem?
I think I know this one now.
In English, when we make a question with how much, we need the helping verb does. And when we use does, the main verb loses its S. It goes back to the base form. So the correct question is, how much does it cost? Not how much it costs. Here is the pattern. How much plus does plus subject plus base verb. How much does it cost? How much does this shirt cost? How much does a ticket cost? The word order changes in a question. If you caught this one, 2 points.
How much does it cost? The order is different in a question. I need to remember that.
Exactly. Mistake number 3. When Alex talked about making coffee at home, he said, "I need buy a coffee maker." Listeners, was that correct? What do you think?
Oh,
The correct sentence is, "I need to buy a coffee maker." In English, after the verb need, you must always put the word to before the next verb. I need to buy. I need to eat. I need to go. I need to sleep. Always need plus to plus verb. Never need plus verb directly. That little word to is essential. If you caught this, you have 3 points.
I need to buy, not I need buy. Such a small word, but so important.
Very important. Mistake number 4. Near the end, Alex said, "I don't have some money right now." Listeners, did you catch this one? This is a tricky one.
This one is hard.
Here is the rule. In English, we use some in positive sentences. I have some money. There are some apples. But in negative sentences and in questions, we change some to any. I don't have any money right now. There aren't any apples. Do you have any questions? So the correct sentence is, I don't have any money right now. Some is for positive, any is for negative and questions. If you got this one, 4 points. Almost there.
Some for positive, any for negative. I don't have any money, not some money. That is a tricky one.
It is tricky, but now you know. And finally, mistake number 5. Everyone, this is a surprise. This time, Alex did not make the mistake. I did.
Wait, what? Emma made a mistake.
I did. On purpose, of course. When I talked about my friend Sarah, I said she have a good job. Listeners, did you catch it?
Oh, I heard that, but I thought maybe I was wrong.
No, you were right. The correct sentence is she has a good job, not have. Here is the rule. With I, you, we, and they, we use have. But with he, she, and it, we always use has. She has a good job. He has a big house. It has a nice color. The third person singular, he, she, it, always uses has. If you caught this last one, congratulations, 5 points.
Even Emma makes mistakes. Well, on purpose, but still.
Everyone makes mistakes. That is how we all learn. Okay, everyone, time for your rank. If you found 1 mistake, you are a beginner. Great start. Keep learning with us. If you found 2 or 3, you are an intermediate learner. You are making wonderful progress. If you found 4, you are an advanced learner. So close to perfect. And if you found all 5, you are an English pro. Congratulations! You should feel very proud.
Excited. Write your score in the comments. Tell us your rank. We want to know.
And tell us, what are you saving money for? A trip? A new phone? A bicycle like Alex?
Everyone needs a bicycle jar.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe to our channel so you do not miss the next one, and share this video with a friend who is learning English. It helps us so much.
Every like and every share helps us make more free lessons for you.
Thank you so much for learning with us today. We are proud of every single one of you.
See you in the next video, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.